In this video, we are going to be working with tables. Tables are a nice way to organize content or pictures within a page. So first you'll need to log in to your website editor and then click Turn Editing On. From there you'll navigate to the page where you would like to add your new table. I'm going to add a table to the services page for this example. Scroll to the bottom of the page and open up the editor. Then decide where you would like to add your new table. For this example, I'll add a table underneath the first paragraph. So place your cursor where you would like to add the table, then click on the table drop-down and hover over Insert Table and select the number of rows and columns you would like to add to your table. For this example, I'm going to add 3 columns and 2 rows. As soon as the table is added, it is slightly small. It's hard to see each of the individual table cells. So extend the table just a bit so that we can see each table cell. Then you can start typing within each cell. If you need to add a new row or a new column, simply put your cursor within the table and under the table drop-down, navigate to the row flyout, and you can insert a row before the area that your cursor is. After the area that your cursor is, you can delete a row entirely. You can also copy and cut and paste rows. So I'll just add a row after the area that my cursor is. You can do the same thing with your column. So if you wanted to add a column, you'll put your cursor somewhere on the table and then decide where you would like to add the column, whether it be before or after the area that your cursor is. You can delete a column entirely, so just make sure your cursor is in the column that you want to delete and click on Delete Column. You can also do the same thing with your rows. The next thing that you can do is work with your table properties. So hover over the table dropdown and click on Table Properties. You can adjust the width and the height. If you wanted to have a wider table, then just enter the number of pixels that you'd like the table to be. So for this example, I'll do a 600 pixel wide table and I'll make this 100 pixels high. You can give your cells some spacing and some padding. Again, this is in pixels, so I'll give it a 5 pixel spacing and 5 pixels of padding. I'm not going to add a border to this table, but if you wanted to add a border, you can insert the number of pixels that you'd like the border to be. So a 1 pixel border will be a very thin border, and a 10 pixel border, for example, would be a much thicker border. You can add a caption to your table, which will add a new row to the table that you could then type your caption into. You can also align the table. So for this example, I'm going to center align it on the page, but you can also keep it left align or right align it. When you're ready, click OK, and the changes will be reflected right away. You'll see that we have a wider table and the height is now 100 pixels. We now have spacing and padding around each of the cells. And the next thing that we can do is we can merge and split table cells. So if you wanted to merge 2 table cells, select the 2 cells until they're highlighted, go to your table drop-down, and under the cell flyout, click on Merge Cells. Those 2 cells just turned into 1 cell. If you wanted to split the cells, you can select the cell that you'd like to split, and under the cell drop-down, click on Split Cell. And now that 1 cell has just turned back into 2 cells. The last thing that you can do is you can delete your table. If you needed to delete a table, go ahead and make sure your cursor is within the table and click on the Delete Table option. and the table will be deleted right away. Then you can save your changes.